Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. This is Kazumi-chan Productions, and today is more about character creation. Simple ones. Good to excuse my voice. So let's actually save this document as let's see. Character. Okay. So first off, we need a list of stuff that the character will do before we start drawing out the stuff. So bring out the notepad. So this character, let's have her lift up a box and then set it on the table. So we're gonna call the script to the actions. So one is lifting up a box to carry it to table, and then so we need a third action. So I think as a reward for carrying the box to the table, I think she should dance. She should dance. Okay. This is what I will be doing. Let's also save this document to it's a good idea to be letting this build. So let's first off start with the colors. So before designing the characters, I'd like to go through the color palette. So let's go with black. Let's go with blue. See what that will do. So green or red. Nope. Where is that? Yellow. Nope. Green it is. Okay. So now we'll rename this color palette. Okay. We'll create a vector called this head. And then create a new group. Right click it and switch it to bone. Now we can call this Kara. Okay. Yeah. Then I just be using a skin color. Let's also switch that into the color picker. So it doesn't have to be doesn't have to be exact. So I like my strokes to be set at 2, but it gives me a nice look to it. So with this head, I'm going to drag it out. We're going to use a circle. Cross out. That's a little bit too something that looks like this, which is cool. Let's keep it going. Let's call this eyes. Let's go through the style. Just control bracket. I think I'm selecting the right bracket. Or if not, we can always go through this window, select style to bring in the style thing. So I'm gonna draw some circles for the eyes. Let's actually just select this, make it something that looks like this. And in order to make it a blinking eye, we're gonna just sharpen these 4 points, select these two, curve them out. Select the width tool. We're gonna zero this one out. Somewhat do like this. Let's adjust this head. I really don't like the shape of this head yet. I know it looks like a South Park character, but it's up to you to decide what this character will look like at the end. Let's now put this into its own group layer. Call this eyes. Just double click that again. Turn this into mask. Select the tab. Extrude strokes. Call this pups. That's it. I want the eyes to be green. So we're gonna be creating 2 pupils. And you can preview this as a render, Control R. That's a problem. Now I'm gonna call this nose. Let's select this skin color. And now points. And then let's minimize the stroke. Select the width. Nope. Let's also adjust these width lines. A little bit thicker. There we go. And then there should be 80% smaller. In order to shrink the object, I'm just holding Alt on the keyboard. It's a very odd habit of doing that. So let's create the mouth. So let's select the skin color again. This is a very simple way to do mouse, I found out. So this will be the upper lip. Highlight the points, select Control Alt, copy and paste, Control and B, and flip these around. Now when it comes to this one, just go ahead and press Enter when selected. They'll actually join the one together. See that? So let's say if your character has to be done next week or something, and you don't have really much time to do this, you can customize this to be like multiple characters if you have to, but I'm always at the time crunch with my animations because of my other job, because I kind of work 30 some hours a week. So let's start off with the tone. So the tone is red. Now let's also highlight these 4 points around the mouth. Select that point, select this point, select this point, and select right here. And make sure that the thing is selected to both stroke and fill. Go ahead and press Enter. Darker, and then press Shift and arrow down. And select this tone, do the same thing. And bring this lip up. bring this lip up. I'm doing the same technique, just right pressing down the shift arrow up on the keyboard. Now let's also select this thing, make sure it's pushed all the way back. Let's see if the tone is there. So I'm gonna adjust this once. Okay, and the tone is there. Okay. Let's also straighten these points up. Let's also adjust these ones, and then this one and this. That's a little bit too thin. Okay. I'm gonna eventually add a head turn that you can guys use. This is based on my tutorial from years ago. How to do a head rigging tutorial. Of course you guys can see it. So let's highlight all these groups and put them in a group called this head. So that's the way I can view in on the head without worrying about it, struggling with the perspective. It's also to keep this round shape. Let's select the fill color and something like that will work. Okay. So once this head is done, we're gonna work on the body next. Create a vector, call this face. This is gonna be a very simple character. And that's why I said very simple. So we're gonna put this in a group, call this body. And we're gonna call this neck. And let's select this color, this skin color. And drag it and actually back up a little bit. We're gonna put the neck line up by the head. It's just weird, but it does work. Let's also create this in the mask. Let's also adjust this layer and then hide the stroke. That's gonna be done here. And then let's also extrude the strokes. That'll prevent this mask to have the outlines. I want it to be shown when I render this out. Okay. Let's also adjust this workspace to about right here. So now that we got the basic shape of the body, we're gonna add points to it. Still select the points, go over here, and I believe this is part of MOHO 12 Pro edition, but I don't know about the view. I got to look on the website, which is posted down below. I am not sponsored by them. I just like to link my sources to them because I think it is awesome animation software that I can use easily. So let's add the multiple points. Let's give the curve points, so we're gonna gently take all these points, then give them around, except for these two. Oops. Let's also make this a little bit wider. Let's bring the shoulders down. Very simple shape. Just cover this. Okay. So with that, we're gonna select this new one called this neckline. Select another one, create a new vector called this shirt. Color. Gonna select a different color on this body now. Gonna select blue. I'm gonna just click and drag a square shape over the Let's also drag down this head. I don't like the head being that departed from this neck. It's too alien, so I'm gonna drag down these points. Drag down this point, and then drag down this. Ignore these messages. So just this neck. The reason why I have this so tall is because in the animation I don't want it to disconnect from the head. And trust me on this. Actually no. So let's go over here to the neckline. Make sure it's right underneath the neck there. We're going to drag out a circle to highlight this color, then save the document. Now we got the shirt color It's very, very easy. So after we selected the, created the artwork, kind of, let's also adjust this head. Let's go for some bands. So let's select the black color. So to outline this head, so that way we'll have like a thing to work off of. And if you have to work from a reference, you can do that too. But I'm just freehanding it, kind of. Let's look this one. Then make sure that's connected. Let's also sharpen these points up. Sharp, sharp. Highlight all the points. Type U on the keyboard and then press enter to create the shape. Now we can go back in and start adjusting these points around the head. So I want this type of look on the character. This is why I did all those points in the very beginning. Copy this. Paste it over here. It's very, very 60s style of right there, search. I'm just adjusting these points around. Let's also create a backup head. This is very important. Back of. It's very important to label all your vector layers too. You don't want to get lost. Let's drag this one out. Then drag this one out accordingly. Well, let's see how that looks. That looks cool. And so what we can do now is start by adding the ears. I'd like to go above the behind the head. Ignore me. Call the ears. Let's actually select the skin color. Okay. So with this out of the way, we can start adding in the limbs. So let's call this limb 1. It really doesn't matter at this point. It's just a simple construction. Just add the point. Then you're done. So I have 3 points. So let's end with a circle. This will be our hand. So let's look at the stroke. I think it combined with the thing, but that's right. We're gonna just highlight them. Select this twice. Let's now select the points and select the little. We're gonna just define the shape now with a tool. So okay. So let's actually turn this into an arm. So in order to do that, we're gonna highlight this color. Select stroke color. Now let's turn that down to 2. And make sure it's behind the other one. So let's also select this skin color over here. Now let's select our shape, felt stroke shape. I cannot talk today. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's also turn this down. Turn this back to black. There we go. Now we can select this back stroke. I also want to create a second align stroke just after these two. This will be our color of our shirt. So we're gonna just tap this, And then we're gonna just highlight this. Make sure the rounding is complete. Highlight the points. Let's also make sure that the limbs don't look like that. They will look like that. Now let's just highlight this arm. So gonna be adjusting the width. Gonna shape this thing down so that it looks like a hand. It's very cool. I doubt if you can get this technique down in Flash, because with Anime Studio it just exclusively uses vector shapes. So let's also highlight, make sure that this is duplicated. So we're gonna select the points. Oh, it does not like that. So we're gonna flip these points, put them over here. Duplicate this again. Going underneath the body. It's very important to do that. And then let's transform this into a foot. See, it kind of does look like a foot. Let's select the 3 points. Now the trick to this creating the limbs is to just be shaping the points around. Well, let's actually adjust this. 10. It's just a matter of playing with this, the line width for these limbs. The reason why I do this is because it's easier just to do this versus drawing out the shape, because you will have a heck of a time to doing this. Excuse my language. Let's turn this black. Let's turn this black. Now let's turn this back too. So we're gonna copy this layer. Select all the points, press T on the keyboard, flip the points around. Now that we got the basic model, I'm gonna start on giving it bones now. Come to the detailed quality. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with base. This is gonna be where the chest is. This is where the hip is. Go through here, just be very, very cautious about where the limbs touch the points. Press P on the keyboard, then make sure it's connected to the shoulder. Okay. Now let's also do the head. So gonna click and drag up to the head, and now we can bring in the details. This is a very, very simple character drag. Even you can do it. I believe that anyone can achieve this animation to try. So we're gonna go for some controls: eyes, head, backup head, and then backup ears. Let's also do go for some eye controls too. So let's go through our script real fast. Call this quick. Uh-oh. Does not look that. How about we call this trap? So let's look at her script real fast. She's needing to lift up a box here and dancing. This dancing requires smile, because she's happy, and probably blinking. So save this document. Let's also add in a control bone for smiling, and then for blinking. And then we can add in a bone underneath these ones. Press P on the keyboard. Let's pre-parent everything. Oops. I'm just pressing Control. No, I'm pressing Alt on the keyboard. So with that setup, we can start adjusting the strength. So come over here, press S on the keyboard, zero out the strength. Before I'm gonna bind everything, I'm gonna name everything real fast. B1 will be now called base. Call this chest. Call this shoulder. Right. Call this form. Right. Call this right hand. Same thing with this. Shoulder left. Forearm left. And left. Sorry guys, if I'm mumbling a whole bunch. Let's see, upper, because that's how I think. Down, right. Well, let's say if you have to do a long protection on this character, so we can call her box girl or something. So anyway, you have to name all these parts so that nobody gets confused. Back. Oh. Back of head. Ears. And the reason why I do this is because of organization too. So let's call this one as control. Let's name this one head turn. Right eye. Left eye. Now we can call this head. This we call control base. So this way I can easily move these two bones out of the way if I have to. So this is called blink And this is called smile. So let's go through here section by section now to bind everything. Point bind. Select this top one to bind all the points. Bind it again. Nope. Bind the points. Bind the points. And bind the hand. The same thing with this one. Just keep going down, selecting the corresponding mode to the corresponding body part. 2. Let's do all the limbs first. It's easier to do. It depends on how you designed your limbs too. And now we can start with the head. So, if you remember, I had labeled everything. So, of course, with the spans, I'm gonna connect it to this head turn. Well, just keep going down. Now when it comes to here, we can point bind it to these 2 bones. We're also going to be selecting this spine layer to this. Now with this one, it's quite easy. I trimmed my, if you ever watch my rigging tutorial for my facial character, well, I got this simplified. So what we're gonna do is this, be selecting these points. I'll show you. Just select these 2 points. Just bind them to the head turn. It's important to connect it to the head turn layer. Now we can select the head and select these 2 points. So, there we go. Same thing with this here. We're gonna select this one. Hopefully that is gonna be theirs. What it is. That's very good. We can collapse this. Now we're gonna select this one. Select this back one. Now we can go through the body and select the corresponding body parts to bind. Neckline, chest, color, chest, and now the space is going to be point bind. So we're going to highlight the chest area, point bind. Now we're gonna highlight these points and then point on it. Okay. And before we start on doing anything else, we're gonna put the origin point down where the feet are. Oh, add in some bones by the feet. Deselect it. Make sure that the bones are not highlighted on the canvas. That'd be bad. Highlight the bones. Select the bone strength 2x0. Now let's go ahead and start rigging up our feet here. So maximum IK stretching is set to 3. I'll give that nice impression of rubberness that I like to see in my cartoons. So now we're gonna select this. No. Gonna make this a target. And then we're gonna make this a target too. So, very good. So that's what you want to see. Let's also test this rig. Sometimes it's a little bit wonky. The bone should not even act like that. That's something to do with the parenting. Oh my. Let's fix that real fast. Sure, it's funny to me because she's broken. Okay. That would have been bad if I would start on animating and then that would happen. Always test out your rigs. Let's also do tighten at that waist a little bit. So to tighten up this tunic, whatever. So anyway, gonna highlight these two bones, ankle constrained, straight to the right hand side. Now that we have our kind of complete the character, we can start on animating the smart actions. So what we need is smile. Go ahead and rotate this bone. Go into the head. Now we're gonna find the mouth. Oh. I don't need that. I need this one. So we're gonna go for a simple smile. There we go. The same thing with the blank. Frame 48. When I talk about like 4-day frames, why I do that is because it's such a smoother animation than having the character doing it on the first frame, because the computer cannot assume anything to the all these points on the screen. So now we can adjust these points. Down to here, and then gonna make sure that this looks correct. We're gonna scroll through this timeline. Okay, and that's it. And then let's also give a little dance to the sections. Call this dance, because I think that's in our script too. Yep, it sure is. She should dance afterwards. Okay. Uh-oh, I forgot something. Okay. What we're gonna do is be selecting this to bounce. We're also gonna tell it to angle position control over this thing to the head turn. That's all we have to do for the head turn. I kid you not. This also to give her a little bit of a swing. There we go. It depends on your character to how you want this character to look. So on the 24 frames, we're gonna be adding in a cycle to frame number 2. We're gonna also be creating a frame. Just hit Control F to create keyframes. Then let's switch this up to this other side. So let's add in a little bit of a thing to this other side. Let's just that looks pretty good. That starts. That leg does worry me a little bit. You can fix it. See, this is why you test out your animation first. PowerPoint. There was a little bit of thing going on with her leg. It was because it was bonded to this bone. So she goes down over here too. So now that we have a swing action, we're gonna play with this and yeah, that will work. So let's go out to this main timeline. Double click the main timeline. But if you do have any questions at all, please DM me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going until we're done here, because I got time. So the last thing to do is just add in a shadow. Call this shadow. Call this one shadow. Let's also duplicate this from this one to see the way up. If it has to, if this body moves, I don't want it to interfere with the shadow. And let's reset this. Sorry, there's noise. I got rude neighbors. Just rude neighbors. Let's also not use this auto stroke. Something like this will work. That's too late. So let's turn up the alpha to about 75. That's perfect. So let's say after that's done, we got the character now. So what do we do now? Okay. So we need for her to pick up a box. The box should be simple. So we're gonna just hide her for a sec. And add in the vector. Call this box. Because, okay, since she does not have to pass this box to anyone, we're gonna just be using this thing. So now we can just use this brown color to indicate the box. Set the stroke to 2. So probably she's moving out. So let's make a box. You can add the details if you want, except I'm not going to just yet. Okay. Let's also create a little background for our character to walk in. Now, when you come in and put this backgrounds, you don't want to clash with the colors, both this box and this character herself. So probably about the gray character, probably about a gray background. Same thing with this floor. We're gonna put the digital card. That's easier to do. Okay. Now let's set up our scene here. We also need the table first. So oops. Let's copy this box. And this is table. Two. So let's also straighten this out and then not rotate it. I don't know why it looks to rotate on me. Just something that looks like this will be good enough to adjust this color too. Sorry if I mumble a lot. So this is how it works. If I did not say that before, so let's go to frame 1 and adjust our characters. So this table is gonna go right here. And with our box, we can shrink our box to about here. Same thing with our table. Same thing with Kara. So we're gonna shrink her. That's why I shrunk her, put her origin point around her feet so that it'd be easier to animate. So let's start on animating this character walking. Let me shift the bones. Over, so I'm gonna be pulling the limbs over here, and let's start messing around with this point. You can also do this too in a smart action. Let's also go to depth sorting, enable animated layer order. And then one should be at the very bottom of the character. Let's highlight these two bones. Since our character is facing away from us, it's gonna be farther away, so oops. I did not bind it right, so let's go over here and bind it right real fast. That's why you always test your rig out first before you start animating, or else you will have issues. Let's also to grab the head. So let's start animating this box. I'm gonna just move it slightly closer to Kara, so that way she can pick up the things. Oh, I got to reset this layer. So you remember me saying point binding? We can also just layer bind it to this one, see if it will do that thing better, which it already did. I do not like it poking out of the skull. Now I can easily change this. Okay. Now we're gonna operate on 6s. So what I mean by that is that every 6 frames we're gonna be animating keyframes. Okay, very good. Now she just reaches for the box. We can also put this box into the thing very easily. So in order to do that real fast, we're gonna just be doing something like this. So we're gonna drag this box there down to where Kara is. Then you grab this box. Now we're gonna delete these keyframes. Now we're gonna select put in a bone, so just for the box. That'll be easier. Make sure to also that this bone is not connected to the bones. This is easier to do. We're gonna drag her over here. Be easier. Then delete these two. There we go. It's easier to do. So we're gonna be picking at this box just like that. Now let's no, I saw a mistake. There we go. There is no mistakes that time. So we're gonna now make another simple action to if you have to do this is okay to do, but remember that if you do any type of smart action on this document, and if you're working in a multiple sensation with this character, keep that in mind too. So let's call this walking box. Just drag this whole thing to this thing, and then let's start on dragging this keyframes over. Oh, did that real fast. Trying to delete these two frames. Oh. Deselect the thing. So we're gonna create a keyframe on 1 and on 24. Oh, I keep forgetting to do stuff. My bad. With a key from there. And then also to delete this real fast. And she's now looking forward to gonna just be facing her like this. We're gonna make a keyframe underneath her. Sorry, I do have to apologize, guys. I keep hearing noises from outside my apartment. Nothing good. So let's test it. A little bit of bob. There you go. Okay, let's actually move for like 72 frames. And let's stop right there. Then press Ctrl F to stop the frames. Then let's go over to about 6 frames. Now let's put this box right there. Make sure she's looking at the box. And then also too, let's adjust her feet. No. So if we scroll back here, we can see that she picks up the box. That's what we want. And then we might have to adjust this box so that it doesn't slide. Oh. Oh, I get it. This is sliding because of the slayer change. So let's actually, before she walks, we're gonna copy this frame. There we go, much better. I'm gonna leave it in this mistake so that way if you find out the same thing. Okay. You can discover what I did to make my mistake. So the last thing is for them. So on frame 84, I'm gonna freeze the pose. And then we're gonna be able to send this return. Let's also adjust this body to its original state. Right, that's what we want to see. So she walks over and starts dancing. I made it funny. So anyway, guys, let's give our checklist a gander. If I can find it again. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Anyway, guys, that's how you do a complete storyboard and script on with the MOHO 12 and slash Anime Studio Pro. I'm using MOHO 12 Pro. If you have any questions at all, please hit me up or DM me. I will try to respond. So too, if you have any examples of what to do, just show me YouTube videos about this. I can do anything. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button for me, that'll be awesome. And share on social media. Yep. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. I know it's super long, and yeah. Thank you, guys. See ya. Bye.